So, it's Keith, and I'm gonna show you how to set up orcus this time, because a lot of you are having trouble doing that, which I can get behind. It's not that easy compared to other rats. So the first thing you're gonna do is open a port. I already connected to my VPN. I'm using cryptic VPN to do the port forwarding. You can use your own, it really doesn't matter, or you can just do it on your router, it's up to you. So I'll just head over to the website of my VPN provider, head over to where I open ports. There we go. Now you're gonna choose a port between 10 and 60k, so anywhere between 10,000 and 60,000. So we'll go with 20 there, 20,001. I know that's a weird number, but it doesn't matter. Internal IP. Your internal IP you can find by opening your command prompt, typing in ipconfig, and you're gonna look for a IPv4 which starts with 10.8. This one, 10.8.0.166. If you're not using a VPN, what you need to look for is the IP address which has the default gateway attached to it. So that would be this one in my case. See, this one doesn't have a default gateway, so it's not going to be that one. So yeah, 10.0.8 blah blah blah. Choose the location you are connected to. The Netherlands. In my case, you know, it's gonna be different for you. And there we go. That port is now opened. What you're gonna do now is open orcus. Oops. Orcus. Open the main administration. And that's gonna open this kind of thing. Now you're gonna click on create new server right here. It's gonna ask you for an IP address. What you're gonna enter here is your IPv4 that you just entered when opening the port, which is this. So 10.8.0.166. The port obviously is the port that you opened, which is 20,001 in my case. 20,001. Whoops. You're gonna click add, and here where it asks password, you're gonna enter a password. Make sure you remember it. It doesn't really matter what it is, just make sure that you remember it. For, you know, purpose of this video, I'll just make the password. You don't have to use this, but orcus has a feature that allows you to view your client's position on a world map. I don't plan on using it, but if you do, you just click on register here, and when you've made an account, just use the email and password, fill it in here, and that's all you gotta do. You don't have to do anything else. When you've done that, click build, and that's gonna build a server for you. So it's best to just leave it at the default location that he chooses. So just say save, and there you go. You've got your orcus server now, which can be found in your orcus map. You're gonna open the server, and that's gonna open something that looks like this. As you can see right here, see how it says starting all listeners, listener on blah 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 started. That's what it's supposed to look like. If it looks different for you, that means you did something wrong. If it does look like this, the next step you can go do is check if your port is actually open. So canyouseme.org is a good website to check that. We will fill in the port that we entered, and the port is indeed open. Alright, cool. So you've got, that must be a bug of some sort, but that doesn't really matter. So yeah, your port is open. It shows that the listener started with your IP and port. Now you're gonna go back to your orcus main administration and you're gonna fill in your IP address here, your normal IP address. How do you find your IP address? Well, it's listed right here, or you can just go to whatsmyip.com or something like that, you know. Copy the IP, put it in here. The port is obviously gonna be the port that you entered when creating the server. You can always go find your port here, just in case you forgot. And then obviously the password is going to be what you entered when building the server, which is password free. Once you've done that, hit connect and you should be in Orcus. Congratulations, so that's the setup done. Next thing is building a binary file. So you'll click on build right here, and that's gonna open up a builder. Now I guess I can give you a quick rundown of like the important stuff. So keylogger, obviously you're gonna want to enable that. UAC, I mean, if you want the administrative rights, click on that. If not, don't. It's not recommended. This is what your I mean, it says here, this is just what your group of people that you send this file to is going to be called. So, you know, you can call that penis for all I care, you know, it doesn't really matter. Go to connection. Right. So you're going to start by removing this. I don't know why it does that. It doesn't matter if it's there, but I just like to remove it. And you're going to replace this with your IP, which you can find by going here once again. Whoops. Fill in the port and hit add. There, it needs to show here. If it doesn't show here, it's not filled in properly. Go to protection. Enable what you want here. It's really up to you, you know. Gives a small little explanation. Head over to installation now. If you don't click on this, install clients, as soon as your client restarts his computer, he'll be gone like forever. So you want to enable this. You also want to disable the installation prompt, unless you know you're testing it or that kind of stuff, but I generally would disable it, but that's just me. That's up to you. Sorry about that, there was a bus outside. I just decided to be really loud. Hide file if you want to, you know, once again it's your choice. All of this is your own choice, doesn't really matter. Here it gives you the option of registry startup or task scheduler. Doesn't really matter. I personally like to keep it default and use registry. It really doesn't matter. This is like some extra sort of defense, although I'm not really sure what it does. Apparently it like installs it as a system process or something. I don't usually use admin on any of my files, so I guess it's not really necessary. Once again, it's up to you. Assembly information, I mean, it's pretty, you know, basic. Use it if you want, don't if you don't want to. Plugins, you're gonna have plugins here if you downloaded them, which you can do by clicking here in the program, and you can enable the ones that you like. When you go to build, you'll have more plugins here. It's gonna you're gonna need to download the Orcus Patcher plugin, because if you don't do that, once you run the file on someone's computer, it's gonna show this big box. It's like, hey man, Orcus is running. So you know, you don't want that. You definitely don't want that. Choose your framework version. I always go with 3.5 since you've basically got the most chance of having a success with that one. Once you've done that build, we will call this the Orcus. Oops. And there you go. That's a working Orcus binary, and your file is, your program Orcus is completely set up. There's nothing more to do. All you gotta do is send that out to people. So yeah, that's it. Not that complicated. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any feedback, leave it in the thread. And if you don't, well, you know, I'll go fuck myself. But I still hope you enjoyed the video. So yeah, bye.